That's Joe Nichols. It ain't no crime. I tell you. You know, I got to tell you, when things work, they work so very, very well.
They do that.
NightRide family, it is such a pleasure to tell you that you've got a surprise waiting right now on the line. I'm gonna keep it a surprise for a little while, but I'm going to tell you, this individual has had an incredible career, and I have never heard him play and sing anything I didn't like.
Me either. That's right.
I can't say that about everybody. As a matter of fact, I can't say that about most singers, but I can say that about this gentleman. And we're about to talk to him, and I think that you are going to be very, very enthused to hear from this particular gentleman. And many of you already know this individual well, or at least know his work. And I'm going to give you a little hint, and then we're going to come back and talk to him. I mean, you know, for a change.
It seems like all my life I've never been satisfied. Ain't nothing I ain't tried.
That's right. That's Neal McCoy. And we're going to be talking to him in just a few moments.
Right.
Stay with us now. You're on the Night Ride. Okay. Are you ready? Let's do it. You're on the Night Ride. Night Ride. Getting you safely through the night. Night Ride family, it really is a pleasure to introduce you to the one and only Neal McCoy. Neal, hello.
How you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, man, I got to tell you, I must admit this. I am really excited to talk to you.
Well, thank you, Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is this man has one of the richest baritone voices, and I don't think I've heard anything you've ever played that I didn't pat my foot to or just love.
Well, that sure is nice of you to say. I'm sure we released some songs that some people didn't like, but overall, I've been pretty happy with the ones we put out.
Well, you can't please everybody, right?
That's exactly right.
But you sure have pleased me with your work. You've had just an incredible career, haven't you?
Yes, sir. We've been pretty fortunate. We're lucky that we of course we struggled early, and then we went on a pretty good roll through the mid-'90s. Had some real good hits, and got on a roll, and we've been able to maintain, because of the record success we had. We went out and we've done a lot of shows and tried hard to entertain people every night and tried to be nice to folks every night, and that's kept us working. And that's the thing. There's really no secret to this business. If you put on a good show and be good to everybody, then you can continue to work.
What you, Neal, is it's a genuine niceness. There's nothing put on. It's not disingenuous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a genuinely nice guy. And
hey.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's nice of you, and
Okay.
I agree with you. I see those people that are trying to put on, and, and you can read right through it.
Oh, you can, and the listeners can. I think one of the beautiful things about your career is you've kept the listener, you've kept your fans top on the list, and they appreciate that. They know it, they understand it, and they love your work. As a matter of fact, you're still going strong. This success with Wink?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've been lucky that just about when people are, we continue to work all the time. That's the thing. Even though people may not be hearing our stuff played on the radio as much as we would like, we're still out there working 140, 150 shows a year. So we're seeing a lot of people, and we think still doing a good job of entertaining them.
You know something, and another thing I know about you, you've got some Irish in you, don't you?
I do, yes, sir. My father is from the great state of Texas, but has Irish descent, and so between that Irish background and Philip, I guess I'm a little different than most.
Listen, me too. I'm between Scott Irish and Cherokee. I'm a mess.
Oh God, I hear you.
I'm an ethnic schizophrenic. I came over on the boat, and I was here to meet me. Neal. Going back to the R&B, you worked a lot in R&B. What caused the change from the country? Now I know that's not a difficult slide, but still, what caused that change?
Well, really, Bruce, it's one of those things where, when you're young, you're singing, you're growing up, and you want to sing for a living, you pretty much will sing whatever it takes to try and make a check. And I was in a band doing a lot of R&B stuff, which is what I grew up with in a small town in Jacksonville, Texas. And then later in life, at about 20 years old, I entered a contest in Dallas, Texas, about 100 miles away, and through that contest, I had the opportunity to meet Charlie Pride, and I could.
As a matter of fact, you opened for him.
I did, because he gave me the opportunity to get out and work shows with him and be his opening act and get my foot in the door in country music. And at the time, admittedly so, I just did country music, but the superstar that was trying to help me, and I was just going to do whatever it took to try and make it in the singing business. Indeed.
Isn't it great to have that kind of help?
It is, and we all need it, and these young kids are coming up to me, wanting the same help, and I'm trying to tell them, well, I haven't reached the Charlie Pride status to be able to help that much, and I'm still trying to help myself.
You're humble. That's good. You're being humble about it, and I think that's wonderful. Though I think one of the big things with new artists, the new artists who think that they don't need help, that's a major handicap. You've got to have the help. You just got to have the help, and man, I know you're helping a lot of them out.
Well, I try to. I do what I can. I try and give them advice. I try and, if we have some that are opening our shows, I go out and try and listen to them. I try and listen to every opening act, at least for a little bit. And I mean, I've been there, so I know how much it means to them to look over on the side of the stage and see someone that's done pretty good in the business, to see them listening to you. That means the world to them. So we try and do that.
Now, I happen to know that Janie Fricke is one of your favorite people.
Yes, sir. She's the one that actually heard me and introduced me to Charlie Pride through this contest.
Yeah. Oh man, you've met some really interesting people in your career.
We have. I've been lucky enough that I've met some wonderful folks, some other wonderful entertainers. But today, I think I know I talked to you. I know y'all do great work with getting some of these phone cards together to send to these troops.
That's right.
And I've been lucky enough that matter of fact, I just got back from Iraq last week on my
really.
Yes, sir, on my sixth tour overseas, 6 USO tour, and I wanted to tell you, I appreciate y'all's efforts to get that done. It means the world to those guys to be able to stay in contact. And sometimes, it can get a little expensive over there, and it's really neat. Y'all taking time to get those cards together and keep them in touch with their families and their friends. It means the world to them.
You know something? Thank you. That really means a lot to me for you to say that, and for you to say that on the air, because the NightRide family has really come together and stands together in this. We've raised around $13,000-14,000.
Somewhere around there, yes. Mm-hmm.
I think for that, and it's an ongoing initiative. It's going to be going on as long as there's a NightRide and as long as we have major deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, last week we actually spoke with the Command Sergeant Major Thomas Capel from Bagram, Afghanistan, live. And,
good for y'all.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Colonel Drummond in Iraq about that very thing. But I got to tell you, to have you say that means a lot to me. Well, Neal, let's take a little bit of time out, because we're going to play one of your songs. I am really excited to play this song. It's one called Tailgate. Tell us that in about 14 seconds.
Well, it's just it's pretty fun. It's a little crazy. Maybe some people thought it was a little risque, but it's just fun and kind of what we do in the country.
Yeah, exactly. So here it is coming up. Neal McCoy and Tailgate.
Tail on the tailgate. That ain't what you're thinking. Oh, now some of y'all take that out of your mind. That ain't
That's great.
It is,
Isn't that great? All right. That's Tailgate. And this is Neal McCoy. Neal, hi.
How you doing,
Oh,
buddy?
man, I'm so glad you're on with us. Well, there's a question that I definitely wanted to ask you, and I'm always curious about these things. Single. Your first debuted single was That's How Much I Love You.
Yes, sir. That was, oh, my gosh, Bruce, you're going way back.
I'm going back to 1988.
Yes, sir, you sure are. With a record label called 16th Avenue Records.
I have to ask you something. How did it
Okay.
feel to you? The first single that you debuted, how did that feel to Neal McCoy?
Well, it was pretty neat. I'd already been working what felt like a long time in the business, and I think it was a long time, and finally got the opportunity to even record a single, and it was just it just felt really good, because a lot of the people that struggle in this business and continue to work never have that opportunity to ever even record a single, and so for me it was a big step. It obviously didn't do as well as we hoped it would, but it was just the start of things, and we ended up hanging around and keeping that right attitude until we finally. But it was a great starting block.
But it was a wonderful start.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful song.
Yeah, thanks.
And my goodness, well, listen, you're talking right now to your NightRide family. You are a member of the NightRide family. You have been for a long time. You just didn't know about it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
And anything you want to say to them. And by the way, you're also being listened to by soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan. Anything you'd like to say?
Well, I think the soldiers, if they know anything about me, know my background. I've been to Afghanistan twice. I've been to Iraq 4 times, and I support our military, and I do what I can by going over there and saying howdy to them, singing to them, shaking hands, and telling them how much we appreciate them and love them, and miss them at home, and want them to come home as quick as they can. To regular listeners, we're glad to be on board with you. I know y'all do great work there. We've talked about a little bit of your faith-based stuff.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. And I think you've got these folks headed in the right direction, and it sounds like y'all know what's actually going on in the world, and I'm proud to know you and appreciate being part of the family, and hopefully we can continue on to come back and do a lot more visiting with you.
Oh, my goodness, I'm counting on it. As a matter of fact, you've got a single coming out, and you told me you were going to take me up on the invitation. NightRide family, what I invited him, he's working on a new single, and I said, let's premiere it on the NightRide. He said, I'll take you up on that, right?
Yes, sir. We're going to try and do that. Sure
All right.
will.
All right, good deal. So we're looking forward to that. Mr.
All right.
Neal McCoy himself. Hey, Neal, thank you so very much, sir. God bless you, and please come back soon.
I'll do it, Bruce. Y'all keep up the good work, buddy.
Thank you for your time. Good night now.
Good night.
Bye-bye. All right. That's Neal McCoy.
Oh, man.
Isn't that wonderful?
It was real wonderful.
Oh, man, it's just great to talk to him. All right. Well, you're on the NightRide.
When you're driving through the night and the road up ahead reaches out of sight, there's a place that you can go where you'll never be alone. And if you're feeling the cold in the night, when the rest of the world is sleeping tight, the place that you should go is on your